Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 50, World Tour time. Kind of. We're doing it with a little bit of a caveat here, but yeah, my name's Fix-It. Welcome to the Realm of Vasten. We're going to be taking a look around the world, talking about how things are coming, who did what, showing some other people's builds, which is not something that I've done a whole ton of, and yeah, just checking out some stuff. I want to do a little walk around, kind of my thoughts on how things are going, which I do a lot on live streams, but I know that a lot of folks here can't check out live streams for, you know, whatever reason, somehow, for some reason, is more important than me, which is just absurd. Am I right? Anyway, yeah, so I thought we could just walk around Celea with some shaders and talk, and, you know, we'll see how long this goes. Probably not all that long. I have a special guest lined up to do a more official world tour with me, but, unfortunately, they couldn't make it quite yet. They're a few weeks out from having some extra free time, so no big deal. But this is episode 50, and it's kind of a landmark episode, and I just got done with a lot of building here recently, so I thought, maybe this is a good time as any to do it. So let's talk very first thing about that boat. You know, Pride, last night on a stream said, someone asked, what's your favorite build in Vasten? I don't know. I talk about that all the time, so I just threw it back to the viewers and said, well, what's your favorite build in Vasten? And Pride, who's a really wonderful artist and a great Minecraft builder, and said this ship was their favorite thing about my favorite of my builds in Vasten. I mean, it's not something I would have thought of, but that's really high praise coming from someone who I really respect. So yeah, that ship turned out really nicely. I think that with the icebreaker, Nitty and I did a lot of that together, and then I sort of did the sails and the rigging and the ice and stuff to kind of finish it off. But yeah, that ship is how you get here. If you don't know about our fast travel system, where have you been? I'm sure you do. Everyone who's watching this knows about it, but that'll take you back to Port Bray. If you click the little button, you'll hit that same exact ship in Port Bray. I have a plan that I want to do out here that's going to be really, really, really fun, but we have to wait a couple episodes to get into it. So just wait. I'm going to be doing an organic living creature. Ha ha ha. I saw something on Reddit that's so freaking cool, and I can't wait to do it. So, okay, anyway, let's talk about some things. So Ninny built all this stuff over here. These docks, just really well done and just very cool. Criddle, I've shown Criddle's area so many times because I respect it so much. We're just going to skip Criddle's area. I'm not going to do a comprehensive world tour because, again, I feel like I'm going to be doing that in like 10 episodes or so. So, you know, I want to, I probably want to wait on that and do that officially then. But let's sleep later. Oh, I always miss it. Okay, so Callus is on recording as well right now, I think. And Joel's been working on the tree. So, you know, this area has come so far, and we've changed sort of streams a couple times just in different like road ideas and trees and all that kind of stuff, but we've kept consistent. The palette has been consistent, you know, the palette of basically grays and all different grays and whites and all that kind of stuff with a lot of spruce and dark oak and stuff. And I really think it's you're starting to see it in different places, you know, now that some of these roads are done, to go to all different places, like you know, this looks very unfinished. All we need to do to finish this area is add a couple trees, and then all of a sudden this area looks right, you know. It's just not actually, I think I added that tree. I added one tree there just to help add, because there was just big space, you know, just help fill space, you know. And in fact, actually, I see there's some things sticking up. Let me just do this on camera since we're here, a world tour episode. Why not do some building, I guess, or something? Yeah, this whole area actually needs to be... Do you have any more? Oh yeah, I'm good. I had been doing a bunch of landscaping over in Fiery Shark's patron build here right before I hit record today. So I have a whole bunch of that kind of stuff here on me, but... yeah, I don't mind some variant in the height. Anyway, so yeah, so Pixel Brew built this area. Grumpy Owl, that's Grumpy Owl's inn. Grumpy is just a super busy dude. He has 5 kids and you know, full-time job and all that kind of stuff. So Grumpy's life is busy, but he's been working at the inn, in and out. Pixel Brew is getting married, so he has a bunch of stuff come up. So he built these things. That was who was that? That was Grumpy and Pixel Brew, I think, in the very beginning. This we did on a live stream for Klaus's sister. Unfortunately, I wasn't part of it. I was out of town at the time, but yeah, they did that. This is the newest build. Let me just show you this. You probably just saw this last episode if you've been watching, but I know some people miss episodes but jump in for the world tour. So this is my very latest build, and this is a patron build for Fiery Shark, like I just mentioned. And I think it turned out well. He wanted a house by the water. And no, we don't have water in Celea. We have ice, so I did a house by the ice. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool house. A lot of different sort of things. I tried to sort of, you know, I looked at Ninny's house over there. I looked at Callus's house over there. I looked at Sausage over here and tried to sort of make it fit. Even though it's different, I tried to make it fit. And I think I pulled it off, you know. Sausage's house has a lot of like if you look, there's like one row of cobble, window, glass, one row of stone, glass, one row of stone. So I tried to do some of that. You know, Ninny's place has these sort of different colored streaks going on the roof. So I tried to add some of that to sort of be like Ninny. And yeah, so I just tried to sort of blend it all together, you know, and then make it look a little bit beat up by adding some cobblestone in with the stone brick, just to make it look like it's seen some better days. We're still in 1.13. We don't do snapshots here, so we don't have access to all the wonderful new stone variants and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is the mythical sausage house. That's Callus's house over there, and that's Ninny's house right over there. And then we move into the place where Callus has really been working. I started it and built a few houses to a very, very average level, and then Callus came in and completely knocked out of the park. Let me just show you Callus's place. This is Ninny's sugarcane farm, which fits in perfectly too. As well, Ninny's such a good builder. I tell him if he ever got on the same time as me, or if he ever came back to Vasten, I tell him what a great builder you are, Ninny. I'm talking to you, Ninny. So yeah, so I built these houses, these really plain, unfinished, untextured houses, and Cal's like, oh, that's cool. Let me try some. And then he built this, and look at this. Look at this. Callus is such a master builder, just a real artist. Really sees things differently than a lot of people. It's very, very, very good. I should get out of here because he's recording now, but I think that might be the butcher's house. Look at that. And it's tiny. We were talking about tiny houses, you know. This thing in the back I built, this island. This is the Order of Man. So one of our religions, you know, we have the Church of the End, Netherism, the Order of Man. The Order of Man believes in sort of knowledge is the ultimate God, right? That's kind of their bag. So the Order of Man, they had a library here, and as the Celea tree that Joel was working on over there, as it grew, it pushed ice spikes out of the ground, and they grew, and this one happened to carry up a big giant island up with it. So yeah, this turned out really well. This was it was a hard build, but it was really fun, and I really enjoyed doing it. And I've shown this a lot. So if you are not, unless you're brand new to the channel, you've seen this thing, it turned out really well. I'll show you the library up here. I think the library worked out really well too. Do I not have I don't have my Electron. Because I had vowed that I wasn't going to be flying this world. I always fly world tours too much, and I wish I wouldn't. But there we go. Okay, yeah, this turned out really well. I think it's one of my more interesting builds. Again, using the sort of acacia and spruce and granite and palette, and yeah, just. I felt really good about this one. I think it was really cool. It's really, really decorative, but it's cool. There you can see the size of the tree that Joel's working on. It's massive. It's just massive, just so huge. And that is Silent Craft's house, and that is Truth's patron house, which has a bunch of lore that we're gonna get to if you're listening to Lore of Vasten story episodes. We're gonna be getting there. We're heading to that house specifically in the storyline. So eventually, you can see this little area that Callus is working. Look at that. It's so good. So many houses. That's a lot of houses. This is the Explorers Guild. The Explorers Guilds can go across servers. You know, I got a great question. I'm gonna do it as a question of the day. But the question is, can you explain guilds in Vasten? So guilds go across kingdoms. So while two kingdoms may be enemies, in lore or whatever, you could have maybe say an archers guild in both, and the archers themselves aren't enemies. Like one archer can go from one to the other, or builders guild, or explorers guild, or adventurers guild. The people that are sort of in those guilds they sort of go across all kingdoms, you know. So a builders guild can work in any kingdom if they're a part of the guild. You know, they're kind of like mercenaries of whatever trade that they work on, you know. Delicious coffee. So, yeah, so that's the Explorers Guild, I think, and they always show off all the different trees. Since they are explorers, they have all 6 different trees to show off, and I always thought that was a cool little thing to do. If you come down here, you've all seen this for sure. This is Germsy Boy's just brilliant kind of little row houses that are such a cool, and he's such an artist too. Germ really just using things and not overusing stairs, which I really find refreshing. I overuse them a lot, but Germ has found a way to really just use the appropriate amount of decoration. Sometimes just leaving it blank. Like, look, the underside of blocks, like, that's not something I show very often. I usually use stairs or slabs or something to cover that, and Germ just leaves them hanging. They're really cool. It's just really cool. Really cool sign there as well. This is a church I did. This is a church at the end. This is how you get to the end if you ever need to go repair your tools or whatever. You can just walk right up here. You stand on the altar at any church at the end in any kingdom, and you just press the button. This one is ice because of the kingdom, but often they're glass. And then you fall, and as long as you believe in the Enderman enough, they will accept you into the end, and you can go repair your tools and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a little bit of lore, a little bit of Minecraft actual gameplay elements there, and that kind of stuff. But this, I think, these areas are cool. Grumpy did this, this little, like, I just had just a grave there, which these are the gray beds look like graves, super cool. But Grumpy did this with the spider webs and the vines and the iron bars and stuff, and it's just very cool. It's just a very cool thing. I like this tree a lot. That's a cool, really thin leaner. That's about as simple of a tree as you can get, but it really turned out nicely. So if you continue over this way, there is a way. Everything I think in Soleil is finally connected. It hadn't been for a good long time, but yeah, you can go. If you go straight, you'll go down here, and you can go through a tunnel, which is going to take you over to Sausage's house and stuff. But if you go up here, I like this little walkway too. I find this walkway to be very interesting. You'll go into the Explorer's Guild, which the Explorer's Guild is actually, it has an interior. I'll show it to you, and then we'll head over to the other side of Soleil. I had thought about doing the old kingdoms of this world this episode, and in fact I actually recorded a look, but I've decided to break that up into mini episodes of each one individually and just show them off as a separate video, so you have time to actually really, if you're curious about see the old world of Vasten, which is about somewhere in the area of 36 kingdoms. It could be a chance for you to check it out. And this is just a lot of books and seating areas, and because Explorers Guild will all be about knowledge about where things are and maps and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they have. Also, there's a kingdom map of Soleil up in the top of it too, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's move over here. So this is the tree that's still being worked on. This tree is such an enormously huge, giant project, and this is the castle that sort of is going to come after the tree. Oops. Smash into Germ's castle. And Joel's heading up the tree. Germsy Boy's heading up the castle. And yeah, basically, as soon as the tree branches are done, we should be able to dive into making the castle happen. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the ice farm that Silentcraft made, which it works great. I don't know how it works, but it works great. You can just come. I came here all the time to get ice for some of these ice spikes, and you'll see one in just a second. There's one. I want to do a lot more of these ice spikes all over. Like, as I think they add something epic to the city, and I think it's just really cool. It just makes it feel like a Jarocraft build or something, you know? Really. I mean, I know shaders make things look weird, but I can't. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna show. I'll show the rest of this. I may be showing this again with my special guest tour coming up, but I don't know how long that's gonna be. That may be 3 or 4 weeks or something. So, Callus did this amazing house. It's such a good house. It's so cool. And Cloutus and I did a collaboration where we built a turtle dome, because scoots that turtles drop whenever they grow, scoots can be used to make shulkers in our custom recipe pack. Because this world's been around for 3 years, end cities have been raided, etc., etc. It's nice to have a renewable source of shulkers, so that's how we decided to do it. We decided to make a recipe for shulkers using scoot and chorus fruit. Seemed to make sense. There's no other real use for scoot. I mean, outside of a turtle helmet, which is useless. So yeah, turtle dome. Pretty cool. Underneath the turtle dome, actually I should show it. Silentcraft did a build that's really cool underneath here that, let me see if I can catch it. I think you gotta catch this little walkway right here. Yeah, look at that. So you can AFK and feed turtles and get all the scoots. The scoots just fall right out, and I don't know what happens. I think like the little babies drop down and then they make scoots, and then the little babies are disposed of somehow or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but you know what I know? I know that we get shulkers, and we have a lot of shulkers because, and I'm not going to show this episode, because next episode I'm doing a collab with Silentcraft, And we're going to talk about the mass storage system well, the former VD troop, who now is full-time Vasten members, but the guys who came up through the Vasten Dimension program are working on it, and it is extraordinarily huge. Mar and I think is heading up the decorative part of it, and Sai and Old Gray Man are heading up sort of, I think, the technical side. They wanted me to do the techno side, but I just said no. I said someone else should have a turn, and that's fine. Cows wanted to do a diagonal house, so he did, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. He says, like, oh, Fix, don't show my diagonal. It's so good. It's so freaking good. It's good, dude. It's good. You're an awesome builder. This one is cool. Oblivious came in. Oh, I didn't show Oblivious's Igloo Village. He did an Igloo Village over there. I've shown it before, but it's right on the bottom of the floating island. So Oblivious came in and said, hey, this house needs interior, as do all my houses. And he did this, and it's super cool. It's super cool. He did a full first floor and second floor. He did it live on video, too, which is amazing. So he did this whole thing in half an hour. Yeah, it's just a very well-designed interior. Really, really enjoy it. And I enjoyed watching him actually do it, too. Oblivious, I think, is on a little break right now. But when he comes back, hopefully he'll do more. Silent Craft built this. It's a concrete factory. You can go right in. I don't know how it works, but you can go right in and you can just like hold right click and it'll make concrete powder into concrete, and then you can use a beacon. You can just bust them up really fast. I don't know. He does tutorials for things like that. I will direct you to those. Okay, so over here, this is another house, another very small house I did. I think this one's cool because of the little rope bridge on the outside. Other than that, it's a very standard house. 2 peaks and 1 peak taller than the other. I thought that was really cool. Not the way I would have done it a couple years ago, but I did it that way now, and I'm glad I like it. This is a patron build for Brienne the girl, who's one of my absolute biggest supporters. She wanted a greenhouse here, and I thought, what a lovely idea. So we made a greenhouse. And she wanted purple. She wanted purple in her build, and darn it, we got her purple. So there's a bunch of purple. I'm not going to show this because I've been working on it here recently on episodes, but that is the Miners Guild, and boy, that's an epic shot, isn't it? That's the Miners Guild. The Miners Guild there's a bunch of rules of how you have to build it according to rules that we just made up. But if you do all those rules, then you can have a super beacon. And what a super beacon will do is if you click it, you'll get an hour of haste 2. That way, if you're doing a huge dig, you don't have to move beacons here and there and everywhere. It's just a little bit of the lore thing that we added. This is a charity drive build that we did for I Like to Get Wrecked. I Like to Get Wrecked is just a really, really cool dude. He's on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/I Like to Get Wrecked, REKT. I mean, you can find it without a link. Just type that in. And if you haven't done it, do it and follow that man, because he's a very, very good builder and just a cool dude. Just good. I always enjoy the conversations with Rec. And he donated a really, really generous donation to Cloud's sister when we did the charity drive to help her through some medical procedures and stuff. And so anyone who did that amount of money gets a house. So he said, hey, how about this kind of house? And he built a house in Conquest Reforged, which gives you like thousands upon thousands of new blocks that we don't have in vanilla. So I did my best, bud. I did my best. I hope I did it okay. So that's that's the I Like to Get Wrecked house. This is a Criddle Skittle diagonal house, which again, diagonal house, man, I love it. I freaking love it. And then Criddle thought, hey, I'll just one up myself and I'll build like a barn that's seen better days. And I love this maybe even more. It's just a barn with kind of this like half burnt down. I mean, Criddle's freaking master. Criddle, if you're doing musicals or whatever you're doing, I need you to quit and just come and play Vasten full time, because you are so freaking good. I love seeing your builds. Love seeing them. Okay, well, so did we get everything over here? I think we did. Let's head over to the market district area. And then we're going to head underground. So we're seeing everything. We're seeing everything that we've done this season of Vasten. And there's one little hamlet I don't know if we're going to get to. There's a little hamlet that Crafting Mantis and I worked on. It's not a real far flight, but it's kind of a separate thing. So it'll get its own Tory video whenever I start doing all of the tour videos, okay? So probably not today, but... if you look kind of far away there, you'll see my first build of the server, which is a shipyard. I wanted to do a shipyard. I've always thought they look really cool, and I want to do one indoors on the dock. Sometimes they happen like they're underground, so water rushes in. This one I want to do where they roll the ship into the water. I did a little bit of research, watching Lord Dakar's videos and stuff like that, and just learning a lot about how these things are. And so there's a more completed ship, and there's a very just started ship. And yeah, the shipyard turned out really, really cool. Let me show you the side of it too. I decided to do on the side of it. I decided to do like a town facade. So if you're walking through this little this is brand new wooded area, then you see, oh, it looks like a town, but really it's just a kind of facade on the outside. And I think it really turned out well. Really turned out well. The other side actually is the even better one. These little towers, these are the first things Joel built on the server before he got into the tree build, and these are this was kind of the entryway. That was kind of the idea. We've since realized that there's some issues with ice freezing and you can't bring a boat in, but the idea was going to be that you would bring a boat over here to this entryway, maybe some fire and things like that. And then you'd see, because it's all lined up right, you'd see, boom, there's the tree. And I think it's a really, really, really cool, effective thing. I think Joel sometimes is confused, that, or not confused, is worried that these towers are too small. And I totally don't think that's the case. I think that it leads your eye up. And I think if they're huge, I think it takes away. So I think these are just awesome. I mean, are they eclipsed by things on the side? Yeah. But when you're standing here, it's perfect, and that I think is really cool. Even that ice spike over there, it's way off to the side, so it's cool. Mar, one of our newest members, did that lighthouse over there. I think that looks really great. Again, Cradle's area, I'm not showing today because I've shown it so many times, but it's amazing. And Grumpy's Inn. Let's go into the market district, and then I think that's it, except for underground, which is, that's no minor detail. But yeah, the market district is really cool. The market district is I wanted to try something a little bit new, so I did all of this at the same time rather than do one house and then one more house and then one more house. And check this out. That's right, I did an interior. Hanging meat in a butcher shop. Is it best interior? No, but it is an interior. It is an interior. I did a couple, actually. There's a few interiors in here, but yeah, just a little outdoor marketplace. I thought this would add some life, and I think it really has worked well. A lot of snow, some big icicles coming down. I'd like to do more of those on the buildings at some point before the season ends. But yeah, I think that's about it. Let's head to the yurt, which is kind of our beginning storage area. The yurt is like it's the igloo where we've been holding things for a really long time, since the beginning of this season. And then we'll head underground and go check out Cloutos' crypt, my portal hallway, and Mantis's room, and then that's it. That's all we got. That's all, like, as if that's it. Yeah, let's see. Joel set us up with some automatic storage for these huge digs that we were doing. Cloutos' crypt primarily. Which has been awesome. I've never actually had in any world I've ever done automatic storage, except for modded, I guess. Unless I'm playing like refined storage or something, but it's really cool to see it work in vanilla, and something I knew was possible, but I just never thought that I would have it in one of my worlds because I knew I couldn't do it. So this is Cloutos' underground, evil, dark, scary crypt that he has. Check it out. Look at the atmosphere. I mean, there's nothing even in it yet. He just got these poles put in. So I think he's starting to work in the arches next on his last video. Yo. Okay, so anyway, this is amazing. And what's cool about it is this right here is an end portal. So there's going to be some sort of like way that you can enter the end here. And he's going to write a bunch of lore that's really cool and dark and mysterious and all that kind of stuff. And I love it. I love it so much. If you walk to the other side of the crypt, you are going to get to where a little bit of the wall is going to be broken out, and that is going to be an entrance to my little dig. This is a portal room. So there are planeswalkers as part of the Frost Druid clan here, and some of them can look through these portals and see other worlds. Well, I want to do a bunch of other worlds, but honestly, I overestimated how much time. Oh, that's weird. Shaders make that look so odd. Anyway, yeah, so what does this look weird? Oh, it does. It looks super weird with shaders. Oh, I didn't know that. Hold on. I'll turn it off. Be right back. Better? Yeah, I think better. Specifically underground better. So, yeah, so this is the first portal and the only one that we have done so far, but this is Tanis. Tanis is a magical place. If you don't know what about it, one day you'll learn. Hang out on this channel. You'll learn about Tanis. It's really cool. So yeah, you can look here and you can see into other worlds. If you're a planeswalker, there's only 5 or 6 planeswalkers, but this is what it's going to look like. See this smoke effect? Right now we're just laying jack-o'-lanterns. It's going to take a while. But you can see here. Let me show you the size of the dig, and we'll run over to Crafting Mantis' place, and then that's going to pretty much do it. So this is going to be the Vasten Dimensions dig. All I have to do is take down from there to there in a 100 by 100 thing, and then I'm done. So we're getting closer. A lot of black wool shearing to come, but we're getting closer, and then I can actually start the build within that portal. It's going to be huge. Thank you, blue team. for putting a big thing in front of my plate. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. So if you keep going, all of these need to be jack-o'-lanterns. It's yikes. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And yeah, you can see the size of this dig. This is a big one. This is a big one. And then what we'll do is we'll make... I was going to go this big the whole way to Manus's place. And the only reason I didn't initially is because beacons ran out. Beacons ran out at this, so I thought, well, then I'll just move the beacons later. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to. This is so big and it's taken so long to do, so I'm just going to we're just going to make like this go up and then follow like kind of maybe like an ice crystal cave or something. I don't know what exactly. I think actually it might need to be hot to fit Manus's lore, because she's doing a cave that some parts are hot, some parts are cold, and it's really cool, and it's a dragon cave, so wait till you see this. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll make this area, maybe we'll make this area like lush or something, who knows. We'll do something that makes this feel really good. But yeah, you can go, everything's connected this way. And let me show you Manus's place. I get ready to be blown away by the simple scope of this. Manus dug out every single block of this completely by herself with no help. I helped Klautos a little bit, and Sai helped me, and other people helped me on my dig. Manus, I mean, I didn't help. I didn't help Klautos very much. I helped Klautos a tiny little bit. Manus did all of this completely by herself. It's really nuts. It's really just taking the scope. This is a skeleton spawner that's completely automatic, which is super cool. And yeah, look at this freaking dragon that she's doing. Amazing, right? There's a spider spawn up here as well. Let's see. Oh, isn't that good? That's so good. That's so good. Yeah, she's gonna do a whole wings and feet and the whole thing. It's just she's kind of getting started, but yeah. So this cave over there I think is gonna be hot, and up here I think it's gonna be cold, and she's gonna sort of split the difference. So it's all, there's some caved in roof up there and stuff. Yeah, I'm really psyched to see how she works out. But that's gonna take us to the end of our tour. That's the end of our tour. We have now seen everything we have to offer in the Realm of Vasten from this season, outside of one little hamlet that I didn't show. But I think I showed every build. I think I missed Square Mario's house. I've shown it before as well. It's near Criddle's area. Criddle has an underground cave, but he has not shown that on camera yet. And we don't care about spoilers, but I always say that, like, well, I don't care about spoilers, but I don't want to go like out of my way to show it. Like, I mean more like if it's in the background, I'm not gonna be like, look the other direction or something, you know what I mean? Am I lost? I thought for sure it's right here. Must be over here. Ah, I see a house. Yeah, I went the wrong way, I think. Anyway, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh, I didn't show this nether portal because I didn't show the mining guild, but Chef Boyardee came in and built this, and I didn't show Adjury too. Adjury's got its own tour just like a day ago too. So there's a lot of other things going on that we haven't quite gotten to, but yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, so Chef Boyardee came and built that. So basically there was a nether invasion here, and it was beaten so quickly and so soundly that they never attacked again. I think that's a cool bit of lore, because the Arbor Druid, or the Frost Druids, are very strong militarily. Anyway, that does it for me. Thank you for coming by. Special guest on the way. Special series of tours coming up with a bunch of my favorite content creator friends. We're going to try to get a whole bunch of people involved. Try to get like one per kingdom. And I think it's going to be a really fun thing. So that's going to be kind of a side series that we can record just for fun and put those out. As well, if you haven't seen The Old World, brace yourself. There's a lot of stuff coming at you. Thanks so much for coming by. Please subscribe to my friends. They're good people, awesome content creators, and we'll see you next episode. Special thanks to my patrons, my YouTube members that make this entire channel and servers and everything that we do possible. I truly couldn't do it without you. I thank you every video now this way, and it's still not enough. So thank you again for that. Patron, if you're interested in what the patron rewards are, they're linked in the video right here. YouTube members are a silver tier patron reward. That's kind of how it translates. So again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the support, and thank you for your just continued viewing, likes, and comments. It makes a huge difference to me and the channel and everything else. So I'll see you next time. Thanks.